So good morning. I do live in this sweatshirt, how did you know? And so the snow is going to start at like 6:45 here this morning. And then it's not going to snow again until like 2. But I think by my work, it's actually going to start snowing maybe at 1. And I really didn't plan on leaving early today because usually I don't have to. But maybe I will like leave a little bit early just to see how everything is. Like the roads and whatnot. But nothing's supposed to actually start until 4 later. But so far, I know a couple people were getting Meyer pickup, like online pickup orders, and one person, like it was a client of ours, and like theirs got canceled, and then my coworker, hers kept getting delayed because people weren't like picking up or accepting it. So she eventually got it last night, she said, but there was a video of like that her like shopper person took of basically all the potatoes were gone, like not the bulk ones, but the ones already pre-bagged. It's just super empty. So I don't know. And then I also saw that like people are emptying gas stations, like emptying gas in case like they lose power probably. But it's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Like I get like, you know, you want to be safe and you want to have all the necessities, but also like leave some for like the rest of us, you know? Like luckily I have enough, I have gas. I have like almost a full tank. But like you don't need to take from other people. Well, or, you know, you don't need to take it all, you know? Oh, people. Reminds me when we didn't have toilet paper during 2020 because people bought it all. I'm feeling pretty anxious about this whole snowstorm thing. Yeah, I just looked up, or I just saw like a picture, like post on Facebook of like just all the shelves being empty. I don't know. For those of you that don't know what Meijer is, it's literally a big grocery store, I think, here in Michigan. But anyway, yeah, the post just showed different shelves of stuff being empty. I guess like ground beef and like a lot of meat is gone now and all the bread's gone. Okay, so I'm just leaving work now. I'm not gonna lie, I had a little bit of anxiety, not gonna lie. One of my coworkers was trying to leave early, and so we moved their appointment, and then for some reason, I don't know, I wasn't thinking. And I feel dumb because I just booked someone in that time that we just moved someone so that they could get out of work early because of the snowstorm, and I feel dumb, but they said that they would handle it, so I am trusting them that they'll do that. I just feel stupid. But you know, I'm tired, obviously. I'm tired. There's this like heat lamp that we use, and I replaced all the bulbs in it, and then I did some finagling with wires, and it worked. And then after that, I think mentally I'm just kind of drained. We had someone, I don't think it was like totally her fault, but like she just kind of mentally drained me, and I couldn't. You know how like some people, you know, when they're going through something, you kind of take on their woes, so to speak. So I felt like that lady was doing that, and I just couldn't. I couldn't take it on, and it wasn't really like she was trying to. I don't think. I didn't really know what to say, and then I was literally sitting on the toilet, and the light goes out, and we have power, just the whole, like, our light was flickering, and I'm like, okay, like, this is kind of weird. And then all of a sudden, the light just went out, and I'm like, okay, this is nice. So then I put in some Christmas lights in there, like some of our Christmas, like, lit decor. So it looks all wonderful, and we were making jokes about how it's romantic. And then there's some good romantic lighting for peeing, you know? So, I don't know, it was funny. So anyway, that happened. And I think it's just that. So, like, near the end of the day, I was just like, okay, like, I'm kind of checked out. I'm also feeling kind of anxious about this whole store business. And I don't know, you know? I'm just kind of, like, over it. I want to go home. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to come into work tomorrow. That's kind of where I'm at, personally. And then I also got a card from one of our lovely clients. She's so wonderful. So then she came in playing a harmonica today, and she gave me a Christmas card, and it said, like, your friend, and then her name, and she actually, like, put money in it, and I told her she didn't have to, and it's very sweet of her. She's a very sweet person. Oh gosh, my nose hairs. Okay, so, oh my god. I was just outside, and it's not bad, but I wasn't out there for a long time, and also, like, it's just starting to get windy, so I guess we'll see. I'm gonna make myself some new coffee, because I had a kind of like a night, you know? Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Okay, so typically I would work today, right? I called in. I had a lot of anxious feelings about it, because, you know what, I'm gonna do coffee first, and then I'll tell you. Also, the coffee maker turned on. First try, boys. Okay, so yesterday, left work, got home. It was snowing on my way back, just like a very little, and it was starting to get really windy too. And I'm just like, oh no. And my fiance went to the store, and so that was fun. He said it was crazy. And I made dinner. I made like a lunch dinner, and then I made another dinner. I made a HelloFresh meal. We were both still hungry. And then after that, we played this quiz game with Tim and Chat, and it was so fun on a stream. And then Brett came, his brother Brett came, and then they did the podcast live. It was great. But like, I was also in the middle of making another dinner, which was chicken tenders and French fries. And I was kind of getting, like, distracted and stuff, so I'm going to re-listen to it through Spotify. But yeah, it was really cool just being there, and they, like, would talk to Chat between each segment. It was really cool. And, yeah. So, that happened, and then, like, we still didn't hear anything about whether, like, my job was closing or not. And then I was like, okay, like, tomorrow morning I'm going to ask. And I also made a mistake at work that kept me up. I woke up at, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I ended up just like having brain funk basically, because I just felt bad about what happened with my coworker, and me scheduling that person. So I don't know, I like went to a really like deep place of like, oh, she probably hates me now, hates me forever. Because like, you know, we see each other every day for the most part, and I want to be on good terms with everybody. Like, that's just, I feel like that is gonna make it a lot better, right? So I haven't had really an issue with anybody thinking about it. So that wasn't addressed, you know? So anyway, oh my gosh, I have like a hair in my eye. So I woke up at 6 o'clock, you know, fed the cats, did all that, made coffee. I'm making more coffee because I think I was too anxious, honestly. I've been really anxious a lot lately. So, I don't know what that is. Oh, it's back. I feel it. It's like an eyelash. It's gone again. Anyways, so it's taking me forever. So I ended up texting my boss asking what the verdict was for today, and then I'm like texting all my coworkers telling them like, you know, I'm really debating not coming in. And like my fiance got to his job, he literally told me to call in. I was like, so you're asking me to call in? He was like, no, like I'm telling you to call in and not like do not leave the house. And I was like, oh, okay. So we, you know, we really value each other's independence, even though like we're in a relationship. And for him to tell me to not leave the house was like a big red flag to me. Obviously not for him, but for myself. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna not go in. So I texted my boss, you know, I worded it really well, I think, for not having a lot of coffee in my system. And I just said, you know, I don't really call off unless it's for a good reason, and I think this would be one. Because we have a blizzard. It's going to be really bad today. The winds are supposed to be like really high today. And currently it's like 6 degrees outside, but it feels like -11, I think it said, or -12. I think it's -14 now. And I was just out there to get the mail. I also cleaned our cat's litter boxes, and I took out some trash because I figured it's best probably take out the trash now before it gets really bad. So I did that. But yeah, so that happened, and yeah, it's pretty cold outside. And I think one of my coworkers also has the day off because she didn't have anybody book an appointment with her. And then the others, basically it's up to them if they want to call in or not, or call, you know, close the salon or something. So yeah, and I did see the appointment that I made is gone now. So it makes me feel better. I'm just glad it's dealt with, because that was my main thing. I was like, I will come in just to call that person and tell them like, you know, we have to reschedule. That was making me super anxious because it was such a stupid mistake. It was such a dumb thing to do, and I was like really getting down on myself about it. But yeah, so everyone's cool with me not coming in. They all understand, which is great. I'm glad I don't have like a toxic workplace that makes me feel guilty for valuing my safety. Right now, like I said, I'm making new coffee. I'm gonna play a Plague Tale because my fiance was like, just stay home. And what's funny is I was gonna go in. I was at least gonna try. And I was gonna wear leggings underneath jeans, and I was gonna wear a sweatshirt. I was gonna like layer it up. And that's when I like texted my boss, you know, just to like, well, no, that's when I got the text from my fiance. And so I texted my boss, and she's totally understanding of the whole thing, and she wished me a Merry Christmas. So that's really nice. All right, so I'm going outside. It's been like an hour. I'm just checking the mail because I know I got some really cute Christmas cards in the mail today, and I want to see them. And I thought I heard the mail truck, but here we go. You can most certainly hear the wind. BRB, babies. Well, that's not concerning. I just want to check the mail. I just want to check the mail. There is nobody outside. I'm going between tire tracks.